Welcome to the gloriously unhinged world of Primitive War, the 2025 indie darling that mashes up Michael Crichton's prehistoric playground with Francis Ford Coppola's fever dream hellscape. Directed by the tenacious Australian filmmaker Luke Sparke, this isn't just a movie, it's a love letter to B-movie madness, scrawled in dinosaur blood and Vietnam-era sweat. I adore its audacious swing, and yes, even when it whiffs, it does so with such wide-eyed enthusiasm that you can't help but cheer. Let's wade into this primordial soup together, shall we? From its scrappy genesis to its ensemble cast, taking in the musical beats in between. Picture the scene. Down under, in the sunbaked sprawl of Queensland's Gold Coast, a plucky team is cobbling together something feral. Primitive War springs from the fevered imagination of Ethan Pettus, whose 2017 novel of the same name, part pulp thriller, part alt history fever dream, had been simmering on Hollywood's back burner for years. Pettus, a Texas-based wordsmith with a knack for blending historical grit and monster mayhem, co-wrote the screenplay with Sparke, infusing it with that raw, unpolished edge that screams indie triumph. Production kicked off in that March, a whirlwind of Aussie hustle. Sparke, no stranger to creature feature chaos, after helming the likes of Red Billabong and Occupation Rainfall, assembled a skeleton crew, over 200 local jobs mind you. From the Gold Coast's vibrant film ecosystem, they transformed the region's lush rainforests and rugged hinterlands into a nightmarish Narm Fascismile and CGI that punches way above its weight class. The budget? The rumours are that it's around $7 million, pittance that makes Universal's Dino epics look like they're funding a space programme. No A-list egos here. It's the kind of guerrilla filmmaking that warms even my black cold heart. Proof that you don't need Spielberg's checkbook to make monsters that matter. So let's tip our combat helmets to the score. The sonic spine pulsing like a raptor's heartbeat in the underbrush. Composed by Frederik Wiedmann, the original motion picture soundtrack is orchestral savagery laced with Narm-era rock and soul, blending chopper mimicking percussion and dino stomps with woodwinds whispering of lost platoons and ancient mists. Wiedmann marries electronic pulses to symphonic swells in cues like the Vultures, building from tense tribal congas, echoing through fog, to explosive brass as Raptor's lunge, evoking platoons' humid dread. It's no mere wallpaper, it's a character. Sound design wizardry elevates this assault. The T-Rex bite? A visceral, bone-crunching chomp. A raw reptilian snap from Aussie croc encounters. And where sound is half the scare, this score amplifies chaos, wrapping the jungle's roar in orchestral symphony. War's a beast, but music makes it dance. Stream it, let it haunt your playlist. At its throbbing core, the story of Primitive War is a plot that could only hatch from a book. It's Vietnam, 1968, the height of the offensive when the jungle wasn't just enemy territory, it was a living, breathing beast. Enter Vulture Squad, an elite recon unit of grizzled servicemen and one newbie. Their mission? Plunge into an isolated valley to rescue or recover a missing Green Beret squad that's vanished without a whisper. The real mission?
And what's so special about this valley, sir?
Fucking new guy.
Classified.
What they find isn't Charlie, it's chaos incarnate, and there's a lovely nod here to cryptid stories from Vietnam.
Bro, apes. Fucking things all over these hills.
That ain't no fucking rock apes, man.
Via the rock apes, locally known as Ngoi Rung, forest people, or Batutut. But what they really find are the dinosaurs. Not the theme park pretties of Costa Rica, but feral, fog-shrouded horrors. Pack-hunting raptors with sickle claws that glint like bayonets, Spinosaurus facing off against Triceratops, and a T-Rex family unit that's equal parts tender and terrifying. A Mama and Papa Rex defending their young with fury that'd make a grizzly blush. As the squad hacks through vines and dinosaur ambushes, the line between man-made war and nature's wrath blurs. Bullets ping off armoured hides, flares light up prehistoric eyes, and alliances fracture under the weight of survival's brutal maths. It's the Dirty Dozen meets Congo, with a dash of Predator's invisible menace, but grounded in the novel's taut prose. a crescendo of chomps, crashes and cathartic roars that leaves you breathless. This tale doesn't just entertain, it exhumes the absurdity of war, one fossilised footprint at a time. And the cast? Bless their sweat-soaked brows, like those clanging accents that sometimes twist southern drawls into Aussie twangs, or Soviet inflections into something half Battlestar, half Bush ballad, a multicultural mishmash that occasionally jars, but ultimately amps the authenticity of a squad scraped from the world's underbelly. Ryan Kwanten anchors the whole shebang as Sergeant First Class Ryan Baker, the unflappable everyman leader whose southern drawl drips sarcasm like venom from a viper's fang. Think a dino-dodging Ron Swanson crossed with the Bayou philosopher. Though his accent wobbles just enough to remind us this Aussie's channeling Yankee bravado with a wink. Tricia Helfer, the Battlestar Galactica bombshell, absolutely shines as Dr. Sofia Wagner.
You like a dinosaur freak?
The dinosaurs are super freaky, stupid redneck fascist S-vibe.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The Soviet paleontologist who's been holed up in a crumbling defendable jungle installation, an abandoned research outpost turned fortress, her once sharp scientific mind frayed by isolation and a gnawing morphine addiction, yet her Eastern European lilt occasionally drifts above the mud like a badly camouflaged Cylon. Rounding out the Vultures are a pack of scene stealers who flesh out the squad's frayed fraternity, each bringing their own brand of battered brilliance. Then there's Jeremy Piven, chewing the scenery with gleeful abandon as Colonel Amadeus Jericho.
Can you at least tell me what they were looking for?
Classified.
Brass hat antagonist whose oily machinations and cigar-chomping bluster add a delicious layer of human villainy.
The Green Berets we're looking for, sir.
Fucking new guy.
Classified, motherfucker!
Then there's the Russian general, the human big bad if you will. It's the dinosaurs here that really steal the show. But each cast member is a cog in Sparke's ensemble machine. They deliver line readings that teeter gloriously between earnest desperation and eye-rollingly earnest pulp poetry.
You airborne qualified, Leon?
Since we inserted, we've been attacked by all kinds of prehistoric beasts. All of them hungry, pissed off.
But always with a knowing wink that pulls you deeper into the delusion. Primitive War's cultural ripple is turning tidal wave. It didn't conquer box offices, but its X-threads dissecting T-Rex maternal instincts like biblical exegesis, and in a post-rebirth world weary of sanitised scales. This film's raw has cult ink already. Think Tremors meets Platoon. So here we stand, knee-deep in its bloody legacy. And damn if it doesn't make you want to grab an M16 and charge the screen. This isn't flawless filmdom, oh no, it's riddled with those deliciously dodgy bits that can make a purist spit their jungle juice. The pacing that drags like a wounded Triceratops through the mud in that interminable mid-act slog, where exposition piles up thicker than fog in a valley. And the dialogue that veers from gritty gold to groan-worthy cheese. Like when Baker cracks a one-liner mid-mauling that lands with the subtlety of a flare gun in a foxhole. The accents? Let's call it a multicultural mishmash. And let's not gloss over the occasional CGI glitch where a raptor looks less like a feathered fury and more like a budget 80s creature from straight to VHS relic. It's messy, my loves, overlong in spots, trope-heavy to a fault, and yes, occasionally as predictable as a booby trap in the bush. But here's the warm, wicked thrill. Those flaws don't deflate the balloon, they inflate it, turning potential pitfalls into punchy personality. Because, amid the stumbles, the triumphs tower like a T-Rex on steroids, the visceral gore that sprays like napalm confetti, the VFX that delivers dino destruction on a shoestring so convincingly you'd swear Industrial Light and Magic snuck in for a cameo, and the sheer sweat-drenched enthusiasm that radiates from every single frame makes you forgive the fumbles faster than you duck a charging T-Rex. In an age of polished pablum, where blockbusters bland us to boredom, Sparke and his squad have gifted us a primal punch to the gut, sardonic in its self-awareness, enthusiastic in its success, and utterly, unforgettably alive, flaws and all. If movies are wars, Primitive War is the insurgency we didn't know we craved, messy, magnificent and marching on, proving that a few battlefield blunders only make the victories sweeter. Grab it for R-rated dino fantasies, fire up the stream and let the jungle swallow you whole. Because in the end, isn't that what films are for? To remind us we're all just apes with attitude howling at the stars, embracing the chaos one chomp at a time. And if this dive into Dino Nam madness has you grinning through the gore, Do me a favour, smash that like button if you're Team Aussie Dino, subscribe for more unhinged reviews that bite back, and check out my channel for the deep dives into every creature feature worth its claws. What's your wildest war monster mashup? Is there more of these I may have missed? Drop it in the comments. Let's keep the frenzy feeding. Until next time, stay savage.